Gen Z, the TikTok generation, is coming of age and is ready to disrupt every industry. The term Generation Z refers to anyone born between 1997 and 2012. Like every generation, Gen Z has its own set of habits, values, and behaviors. It emphasizes work-life balance, diversity, inclusion, and personal growth. They both inform online trends and are greatly influenced by them. The next 10 years will see history's biggest ever transfer of wealth and power as the so-called boomers retire and die, and younger cohorts take over with vastly different experiences, assumptions, habits, and values. Global data predicts that up to $8.6 trillion in assets will be transferred to younger generations within the next 10 years. Most of this wealth will initially transfer to Gen X and millennials through family businesses. However, it will eventually trickle down to Generation Z, with profound consequences for capital markets, investment portfolios, and corporate values. Gen Z also faces mounting challenges, including clashes with the generations currently in charge, far worse economic prospects than their parents, struggles to access adequate mental health support, and more. For example, the urbanized youth cohort in China is increasingly out of sync with the country's culture and traditions. This presents a major challenge to President Xi's regime, especially as over 20% of young graduates are unemployed or underemployed. Gen Z significantly impacts the digital space, transcending national boundaries. While many generations use social media, it is Gen Z's native domain. Members of Gen Z interact with online influencers daily. With influencer culture comes the influencer advertising industry that enables millions to earn six-figure salaries from content creation. Since 2020, influencer culture has entered a new stage of maturity. An entire generation of early influencers retiring, and social media platforms such as YouTube have introduced creator training programs to develop the influencers of tomorrow. With the industry's growing maturity, viewers are more critical of their parasocial relationships with influencers. The cancelling of harmful creators is commonplace, and viewers demand new standards for disclosing advertising. Consequently, influencers must work harder to prove their authenticity to viewers. The dependence on the digital world and the need to tie it to the daily realities of the physical world is a notable trend among Gen Z. This generation demands immersive experiences in shopping, working, schooling, and entertainment. The movement towards an increasingly interconnected world will not slow down. Technology is at the heart of entertainment for Gen Z, and companies targeting this cohort cannot ignore the virtual world and all its possibilities. Esports and the metaverse are gaining popularity among Gen Z. Indeed, video games like Fortnite, Minecraft, and Among Us are especially popular with Gen Z, as is the practice of streaming and watching gaming content on platforms like Twitch and YouTube. This popularity of gaming among Gen Z will naturally transition into metaverse applications as Gen Z demands an increased connection between their physical and virtual worlds. Gen Z is getting louder. They're growing up in both financial and political power. Companies across all sectors must address Gen Z's demands and behaviors to succeed. Companies that do not align with Gen Z's values and spending habits will face growing obstacles, from recruitment and staff retention problems to reputational damage leading to falls in profits.